Hey guys, this is Sean, aka Tiger Mask, coming at you with another clean slate for Warframe. So we've learned about one of the major things about what we're doing here. Again, to reiterate, is we're playing the game fresh. We're not familiar at all with how the game works, all the bells and whistles or anything. This isn't, oh man, I played this game for 6 months. No, it's nothing like that. This is how much is this game going to teach us through its tutorial section, and then let us out into the game to see how much hand-holding there is, how much guide work there is versus how much research you need, to kind of see where that balance is. Because there's some people that don't want any hand-holding and want to figure it out on their own by doing research or actually just playing the game for hours and hours and hours. And then there's another set of people that do kind of want some guidance that gives you sort of an idea of what you're doing and then says, figure it out, find what works best for you. And then there's a third group that kind of wants their hand held the entire time and just wants to do the action parts of the game. All legitimate, and of course it's a wide spectrum where people are kind of in the middle, mixed in all three different groups. I'm more of I like to figure things out on my own. It's how I grew up playing games. It's how I like to keep playing them. So it feels kind of lame if a game comes out and I have to spend 8 to 10 hours researching online everything that I need to do versus getting some hints in the game and just kind of talking with my friends about it. Or, I realize that researching on the internet could also be talking with friends, but especially with games like this that are online games, you almost have to research at some point if you want to be considered good enough to play with other people. I don't know if we have to play with other people in this game because I haven't really researched anything about it, but since
this is how angry. I may require maintenance after all.
Since this is an online game and it is cooperative, I'm guessing we're going to need to know how to do certain things a certain way, or at least be able to ask people. But usually when you ask people for help, it doesn't always end well. So, but that's not to say it's always like that. You should always attempt to ask for help. One of the best things is this codex. It's got tons of training and explains the missions, the different types. So we haven't done an assassination. I don't think we've done a capture. We've definitely not done a deception. We did an evacuation. Exvacation, that's not evacuation at all. That's digging. An excavation is what that is. What we did was considered probably a rescue. So there are all these different types of missions, and there's information on what they all are for, so that you know what you're getting into when you join a mission. You can research all these. This is really cool because it's in the game. It's not taking you out to a different website or anything. And what we saw with the mods upgrade section and the basics section, it seems really informative. So all of these have a lot of great information to go off of. So that's really cool. So now that we've rescued that one guy, we can put in our mod segment, which goes over here, apparently. So let's install that. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And
Operator, I've linked the mod segment to your arsenal now.
Okay,
no
so
need to thank me.
Upgrade your Warframe now.
Go to the arsenal to see the weapon upgrade options you have.
now we can upgrade our arsenal, but we can't do anything else with this. So I guess it was just for the arsenal, but it makes a beep beep when you walk by it. Beep beep usually means the menu.
Patiently awaits compliance in using the new arsenal features.
All right, now we've got upgrade. Now, if we remember from the tutorial,
Operator, there are hundreds of these mods to locate.
There sure
If my
are.
calculations are correct, there are exactly a lot of possibilities.
So
Install the mod before we can continue.
the game recommended an auto equip feature, so we can auto install as soon as and this will, let's see what it gives us. All right, so it put this redirection and this continuity. I'm not a very good English speaker, even though it is my first language. So we're getting extra power, and we're getting more shield capacity. So as we can see here, we can see what these mods are doing for us. So this is really nice. And notice that these slots We have to worry about drain and polarity, remember, but what happens when we pull it out? Okay. So, see how this slot has a polarity link on it? And this has a... So we can hold 2 or 3. So this is a 4, but it's halved because the polarity matches. So now we're full capacity. And that is why it picked these. Now, I would prefer this personally because I play rather tanky, but I can't put that in. 30% more health is less than 40% shield, but I'd like to have the health and the shield. But I can't take this out without it costing the full 2, which means it won't fit. So that comes in as 1, so we get some extra power duration, 3 whole percent because it's damaged, remember, and 40 more shields versus, let's blow this out, 30 more health. And the shields get drained first, from what we can tell. So let's go with that. Yeah. And then we can remove all. There's a tutorial here, so let's see what that gives us. It takes us to the upgrade mods tutorial. Okay, so that's cool. We don't have to go to the codex as long as you notice that there's a tutorial button here. It's going to go over all this for you. So let's go back and let's.
Thanks for helping me out back there. I'm in your debt, and I often pay my debts. I recognize that device. It's a parasitic restraint. We corpus use something similar to keep our robotics in line.
Oh, good. It's like I'm a robot.
So, to settle my debt, I give you a very expensive blueprint. For free.
Oh, well, that's nice
Because
of
I
him.
like you.
Oh, he likes
and
me.
well, a lot of my customers don't live long with these grenade dogs chewing up the system.
That's yeah, okay. Makes
Here,
sense.
use your foundry to build a countermeasure device from this blueprint.
Okay.
Good luck.
I don't know what a foundry is. I think that's in the codex though, so we can at
Force
least look it
Ascaris
up.
is burrowing into your warframe. I'm worried it will affect your mind. I can't lose you, Tenno. We must restore the ship's foundry immediately.
So we're gonna have to fix the foundry before we can use the
nearby
blueprint.
ore extraction colony will have the foundry technology you need. I am certain they will share it with you.
That's
its
nice of them.
location has been added to your navigation console.
Cool beans. Alright, let's go ahead and finish upgrading our gear. So we've got serration, we have no polarity, so it's just gonna go in there, bloop. And then we go back. I guess it auto-saves because I don't see a save button. Let's do the kunai. Do we have any more? You know, Hornet Strike, 10% damage. Oh, look, and we've got polarity, so we could put another one in. And let's go to our sword. Upgrade. We don't have any polarity on this, so a pressure point, but it does 20% melee damage. Oh, it's too high, so we can't put it in, see? But man, it would be nice. Womp womp. Oh well. And that's upgrading, so this is apparently not our foundry, but there is a lot of other stuff over here, so one of these could be our foundry. What is this? This is glowing. Offline segment required, so we can't use that yet. So everything needs a segment. So we've learned how to use the navigation system. Very intuitive. The game mechanics are really intuitive because they're just like any other FPS you've probably ever played. And the tutorial system is actually pretty dang thorough. We're getting a lot of good information just from the game alone. Now, I don't know how long that's going to carry us, but I would definitely say if you're wanting to play Warframe and you're kind of on the fence about, well, how much work am I going to have to do versus how much is the game going to give me, it looks like the game is going to give you a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep playing Warframe. But the whole point of this series of videos was a short, sweet, multi-part attempt to kind of go over what's in Warframe and how much you should expect to get from the game before you have to start researching. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of info, but it also looks like there's a lot of stuff that you're either going to have to figure out on your own, which I highly recommend personally because that's how I've done it, before you go out and start messing around with reading on the internet and seeing what people tell is right. Because, you know, there's going to be wiki sites, there's going to be build sites, because one, there's gear to pick, there's warframes to pick, there's mods to pick, there's companions to pick. And there's all these different types of missions, so you're probably going to want different gear for different missions. There's multiplayer aspects, so you're probably going to want different gear for different multiplayer aspects and things like that. So if you guys are interested in that, I don't mind to keep playing the game and recording the information that I find out as I play, and you can use that as your guide if you want to. Or if you're done with the series, just let me know in the comment section, and we'll stop doing these and we won't worry about it anymore. But I'm going to probably play this game anyway, so I'll probably record the footage, and if it ends up you guys want to see it, I'll upload it at that point. So thanks for watching. Warframe looks like it's a great game to get you out there. It's been around a while, so it looks like they've had the time to kind of release this information through the game, whereas it's not a brand new game. It's not the first day it's out, so it's not a lot of, well, this happened in beta, this is in release, things like that. But there definitely seems like there's a lot to it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.